Hands up if you've ever stood in a gym, looked around at all of the equipment and thought, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here if I actually want to lose weight? Your confusion is not laziness. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a completely rational response to being fed incomplete, often contradictory information about something that directly impacts your health and your confidence. You've been told that weight loss is primarily about exercise, when the truth is weight loss is around about 80% nutrition and lifestyle factors and 20% movement. So today I'm going to help you sift through all of the weeds so that you can walk away with some actionable strategies that actually work and that you can actually sustain. This journey is about feeling strong, capable, energized, not about punishing yourself into submission. You came here to build something extraordinary, and that includes a body that supports you through every ambitious goal you set, and that's what really matters. Hands up if you've ever stood in a gym, looked around at all of the equipment and thought, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here if I actually want to lose weight? Maybe you've been bouncing between workout trends like your speed dating fitness programs. One week you're doing hot Pilates because your friend swears by it. The next week you're attempting some brutal HIIT class because an influencer said it's the only way to burn fat. Then you see someone else promoting strength training, and now you're wondering if you've wasted the last 3 months doing the wrong thing entirely. If you've been feeling like you're playing fitness roulette with your body, spinning the wheel and hoping something finally clicks, first of all, I need you to know that you're not alone. And secondly, I'm glad you're here. Because here's the problem. If you're starting a weight loss journey and you have more than, let's say, 10 pounds to lose, then the last thing you need is to start at a place where you're attempting daily workouts that burn 600 calories per hour. They're high impact, high intensity, and balls to the wall. We know this because you've probably already done this before, and here we are, back at square one. So today I'm going to help you sift through all of the weeds so that you can walk away with some actionable strategies that actually work and that you can actually sustain. Now, I had a client message me last week, a brilliant woman. She runs a tech company, negotiates $1 million contracts, and she said to me, Lou, I can pitch to investors without breaking a sweat, but I genuinely don't know if I should be running or lifting weights, and I'm too embarrassed to ask. Too embarrassed. This woman is an absolute powerhouse, and she's carrying the shame about not knowing something that, quite frankly, this industry has deliberately made confusing. So if you've been Googling best workout for weight loss at 11 p.m. whilst eating your feelings because you're feeling overwhelmed by all of this contradictory advice, I see you. If you started and stopped 17 different workout programs because none of them felt like the right one, then I see you. And if you're tired of feeling like everyone else has it all figured out except for you, I absolutely see you. Your confusion is not laziness. It's not a lack of willpower. It's a completely rational response to being fed incomplete, often contradictory information about something that directly impacts your health and your confidence. You've been eating garbage, and today we are going haute cuisine. I'm Louise Hazel, Olympian fitness expert and CEO of Slay. Welcome back to another episode of the Slay podcast, the centre of excellence for women's health, fitness and life. Today, I'm tackling one of the most searched questions on the internet about women's fitness. What is the best workout for weight loss? Now, here's what's actually happening right now. You're someone who shows up for yourself. You're willing to invest time, money, and energy into your health. You're not looking for shortcuts or magic pills. You genuinely want to do the work, but you're facing a problem that's undermining everything that you're trying to accomplish. Now, social media and the fitness industry has convinced you that there's one perfect workout formula for weight loss. And if you just find it, everything else will click into place. So you've been chasing that formula like it's the holy grail. You've tried the workouts that promise to blast belly fat in 10 minutes. You've attempted the programs that claim you'll transform your body in 30 days. You've also downloaded the apps, bought the equipment, joined the challenges, and yet you're still here, still searching, still second guessing whether you're doing enough, doing too much, or doing completely the wrong thing altogether. This isn't just frustrating, it's eroding your confidence. And I'm not surprised. I'd be annoyed too. Every time you start a new program and don't see immediate results, there's sometimes this little voice inside your head that says, maybe I'm just not capable of this. Every time you see someone else's transformation photos, you wonder, what do they know that I don't? Every time you step on the scale and you see that the number hasn't moved, You question whether this effort is even worth it at all. But here's what that voice isn't telling you. You're not failing at weight loss. You've been set up to chase the wrong metric entirely. The problem isn't that you haven't found the perfect workout yet. The problem is that you've been told that weight loss is primarily about exercise, when the truth is, we know that weight loss is around about 80% nutrition and lifestyle factors and 20% movement. The workout matters, but it's not the magic bullet you've been promised. And this matters because you're a woman with limited time and energy. You can't afford to spend months doing workouts that don't align with your actual goals. You can't keep throwing your effort at strategies that were never designed to work in the first place. You deserve a clear, honest roadmap that respects your intelligence and your time. So let's stop chasing perfection and start building something that actually works for your body, your schedule, and your life. Today, I'm breaking down 5 strategies based on science-backed data and real-world results from working with my clients at Slay. The first step is understanding that the best workout for weight loss isn't a single magic program. It's the intersection of what burns calories, what builds muscle, and what you'll actually do consistently, and what fits into your life without making you completely miserable. So here we go. Grab a pen and paper and let's take some notes. Step number 1, prioritize strength training. If I could tattoo one piece of advice onto every woman's forehead, or maybe not forehead, maybe something invisible, then this would be strength training. It's a non-negotiable if you want sustainable weight loss. Not because it burns the most calories during a workout, because it absolutely does not, but because it builds and maintains your lean muscle mass. And muscle is a metabolically active tissue that burns calories even when you're sitting on your couch watching Love Island. Now, here's what happens when you lose weight through cardio alone. You lose fat, yes, but often you also lose muscle. Your metabolism sometimes slows down. Your body composition might change quickly at first, but within a couple of weeks, often what you'll see is a plateau. You may end up skinny fat, lighter on the scale, but still soft and lacking in muscle definition. Why? Because you can't tone what you don't own. When you prioritize strength training, you're building the metabolic infrastructure that keeps fat loss sustainable. You're also getting stronger, which improves your confidence, your posture, your bone density, and your ability to live a full and active life as you age. Now, for my clients at Slay who are focused on fat loss, I recommend 3 to 5 strength training sessions per week, depending on their goal. Full body workouts are an absolute must if you're short on time, or an upper-lower split if you can commit to at least 4 days a week on a consistent basis. Focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, presses, and rows because they work multiple muscle groups and give you the most bang for your buck. And no, you're not going to get bulky. That myth needs to die. And yes, you will get leaner, stronger, and you will feel more capable. Step number 2, you're going to want to add strategic cardio for a calorie deficit. Cardio is not evil. It's just not the whole story. Cardio creates a calorie deficit by increasing your energy expenditure. That's valuable, but it needs to be strategic, not excessive. For weight loss, I recommend 2 to 3 sessions of cardio per week, 30 to 45 minutes each. This can be steady state like walking, cycling or swimming, or HIIT. So take, for example, sprint intervals or rowing. The key really is to match the intensity to your recovery capacity. So if you're lifting heavy weights 3 times a week and barely sleeping because you're running a business, adding 4 intense HIIT sessions per week is just going to stress your system out even more and potentially stall your progress because your body doesn't differentiate between work stress and workout stress. It all registers as stress, and chronically elevated cortisol actively works against fat loss. So be smart. On heavy leg days, keep cardio low impact. On rest days, go for a walk. Listen to your energy levels. If you're feeling exhausted, an extra HIIT session is not going to fix that. It's actually going to make it worse. Step number 3, master your nutrition. This is 80% of the game. I cannot stress this enough. You cannot out-train a bad diet. I've seen this with women killing themselves in the gym for months on end to see 0 fat loss because their nutrition is off. Not because they're eating bad foods, but because they're either eating too much or not eating enough of the right things. So for sustainable weight loss, you need to be in a moderate calorie deficit, around about 250 to 500 calories below your maintenance level. You need an adequate amount of protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight, to preserve lean muscle mass whilst you're losing that fat mass. And you're going to need to eat enough carbohydrates to fuel your workouts. You need healthy fats for hormone production, and you're going to need to eat foods that you actually enjoy so that you can stick with it long term. This is not about restriction or deprivation. This is about strategic fuel. So think of your nutrition as the foundation of a house. Your workouts are the walls and the roof. If the foundation is shaky, nothing else matters. Step number 4, prioritize your sleep and stress management. This is where most people literally just roll their eyes because it's not sexy and it's not exciting. But I'm going to say it anyway. If you're not sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night and managing your stress, your body will fight you all of the way on weight loss, because poor sleep disrupts your hunger hormones. Ghrelin goes up, making you hungrier, and leptin goes down, making you feel less satisfied. And you start craving sugar and carbs because your body's absolutely desperate for some quick energy. Your willpower completely tanks, your workouts start to suffer. It's so important to understand that chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated, which promotes fat storage, particularly around the midsection. It also makes you more likely to stress eat and less likely to make thoughtful food choices. So if you're doing all of the right workouts, but you're sleeping 5 hours a night and running on fumes, your body's going to be in survival mode. It's going to hold on to fat like your life depends on it, because from a biological perspective, it does. Step number 5, I want you to build consistency over perfection, because the best workout for weight loss is the one you'll actually do consistently for months, not the one that promises results in 21 days, because consistency beats intensity every single time. This means choosing workouts that you don't hate. If you despise running, don't force yourself to run. If group classes make you anxious, train solo. If you love dancing, find a dance-based workout. The goal is to build a sustainable routine that fits into your life, not to follow somebody else's idea of optimal. It also means giving yourself permission to start small. 3 workouts a week is infinitely better than 0 workouts a week. 20-minute sessions are better than skipping a workout entirely because you don't have a full hour. And progress is progress, regardless of how perfect it looks. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Stop searching for the one perfect workout and start building a sustainable routine that includes strength training, strategic cardio, solid nutrition, adequate sleep, and stress management. Stop comparing your week 3 progress to somebody else's 6-month transformation. Start honoring where you're at right now and what your body actually needs. The best workout for weight loss isn't a secret program that you haven't discovered yet. It's the one that builds muscle, creates a calorie deficit, and fits into your life without making you miserable. It's boring, it's not glamorous, but it's worth it. Remember, you came here to slay, not to shrink yourself down to somebody else's standard of acceptable. You came here to build strength, confidence, and a body that feels like home. Not someday when you finally figure it all out, but right now, with every choice that you make. Remember that your worth is not tied to the number on the scale or how quickly you lose weight. You are valuable exactly as you are. This journey is about feeling strong, capable, energized, not about punishing yourself into submission. Remember that you've navigated much harder things than weight loss. You've built careers, relationships, and lives that matter. You're more than capable of figuring this out. Trust yourself, trust your body, and trust the process. You came here to build something extraordinary, and that includes a body that supports you through every ambitious goal you set, and that's what really matters. That's a wrap on today's episode of the Slay Podcast. To my regular listeners and Slay Day ones, if you liked this episode or found it useful, then hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And feel free to send it to a friend who might like to hear it so we can continue to build a community of people that we actually like. In return, I promise to keep bringing you the very best episodes that you need in order to make a real difference in your life, because you deserve to win. If you need home workouts, check out our app. If you need in-person community, then come and check out our run club every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. at the Hollywood Bowl. And if you need personal training, DM me directly. All of the links you'll find below. See you next week.